Perfect. Go, go, go. Lift it up and full throttle. Go, go, go. Little brake, stand up straight. Little left brake. Little left brake. There you go. Full throttle. Stand up. Brakes, add brakes. Beautiful job, Savannah. Little brakes. Beautiful job, Savannah. Nice work. Wow. A+, perfect launch. Nice, there you go, hands all the way up and just wait for it, wait for it, and full brakes, run, 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 run. Ah, that's okay, nice job, kill your motor. Nice job, sweetie, sit back into your seat. Just rock up and sit onto your butt.
I think that's my favorite landing.
Nice. That's what those skids are there for. Skid landing.
Does it say Dominator on it?
Yep. See? Dominator.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you love yourself or you kids, you fly a Dominator.
Nice.
Because the Dominator loves you. It's your best buddy in the world.
What's the difference between the wings that we use and the wings that other people use?
Well, the Dominator is 7 pounds. So it's very, very lightweight. Watch this. Here you go, pick that up. So, a normal glider that most other people use weighs about 19 pounds. It's almost triple that weight. So imagine if the glider weighed this much. Here, pick it up. Imagine if it weighed that. It's huge difference. So when you go to do a no-wind launch up at this altitude, and you know, you only weigh 119 pounds, so the really light glider comes up a lot easier and makes it a lot easier. That's why we fly the Dominator. Then the Dominator has almost a 10-to-1 glide ratio. So it's literally about twice as efficient as most other wings. So that most other wings have maybe a 5-to-1 glide ratio, the lower end wings. And so when you start running, you build almost twice as much lift as a low end wing. So not only does it come up easier and stay up easier, but it also builds a lot more lift, so it picks you up off the ground a lot easier. Then it's a lot more stable, so it doesn't collapse and tuck and overfly you like other wings do. It's a lot more stable, and it handles much better, so it's very light and simple to handle. You notice how your arms didn't get tired? You don't even think about it. But if I put you on a lower end, you know, piece of crap glider like some Paratoy's wing, after 5 minutes your arms would be falling off. Literally, your arms would be so tired you almost can't move the brakes anymore. So a lot of the wings that don't handle very well, you go flying around, it just takes a lot more brake pressure. They just don't handle. And then the Dominator is also the safest wing I've ever tested. So it's the lightest, it's the most efficient in its class, it's the best handling, and it's the safest. It is a huge difference. If I had you try and launch one of those other wings, you probably couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't even launch. They're just too heavy and piggy at this altitude. Down at sea level, people can launch them, but at this altitude, no way. So we fly Dominators because it's awesome. That's the freaking coolest wing I've ever found.
Cool.
Would anything less than the best be for my daughter?
Nope.
Of course not. What was that?
What motor is this?
This is the Flat Top 120. This motor is 120 cc's. It puts out about 130 pounds of thrust, which is more than you weigh. So that's why it gives you lots of power to kick you off the ground. But also notice it's extremely lightweight. And of course, when you slid in on the skids, you didn't break anything. Had that been a unit like Black Hawk or Mini Plane or Fly Products or Parajet or something, if you trip and fell down, you would have destroyed the whole unit. The cage would have flexed back into the propeller and the whole unit would have blown up. So the reason we fly the flat tops, there's numerous reasons. One of the main ones, protection from the prop. Even if you stick your hand through, you can't get more than 3 fingers back. And as you see, you still have 4 or 3 inches to go to the prop. So extremely strong. This netting is so strong, you can literally stand on it. See? So that's a flat top. Yeah, there you go. So the netting's a lot stronger, cage is a lot tougher, and that way, you know, you're not going to chop your fingers off, because I don't want my sweetie pie chopping her fingers off. Happens all the time on the cheap gear. People literally chop their fingers off. So they get back through the prop, and or if you just trip and fall down, the flimsy cages flex into the prop and the whole thing blows up. So the flat top's a lot tougher. Then the crumple zone is very, very important. In flight, you're slightly reclined, and if you notice, you've got about 18 inches between your seat and the ground. And the Dominator paraglider, even in a full stall, only falls about 20 feet per second. So if you full stalled from 10,000 feet, you'd hit the ground about like jumping off the barn, the garage roof. Well, from the end, the lower part, that's as hard as you can hit. Well, if you jumped off the garage and your butt hit the ground first, you'd probably break your back or die. But because you've got 18 inches of crumple zone, this whole unit crushes all the way up and absorbs impact, just like a car is designed to absorb impact in a crash. So another reason we fly the flat top is it's the safest unit on the market. It's the only unit with 18 inches of aluminum crumple zone that will literally save your life in a crash. Then you've got comfort bars that stick out in front of you so you can't face plant. Another big problem with other units is you trip and fall down and the unit smashes your face into the ground. But the flat top just falls to the comfort bars.
Kind of like,
so the unit,
kinda like when I landed, how I just skidded.
Yeah. Yep, you slid to a stop on the skids and none of the unit fell on top of you. So had this been like a Parajet, the whole unit would have smashed you into the ground, because all of the weight would have landed on top of your body. With the flat top, you've got faceplant protection, so none of the weight falls on top of you. It catches its own weight. And the comfort bars are rounded, and the skids are rounded, so even if you land really fast, you just slide to a stop. No big deal. So a lot safer. There's all sorts of different little safety features, like the quick release harness. So if you need to get out of the harness, like imagine worst case, what happens if you land in the water? Well, with a flat top, the flat top floats and you've got a quick release harness, so you can get out of the harness in a fraction of a second.
There we go.
Which you of course know. Of course, it's really nice just to get in too, because it's really simple. But you just flick it and bam, you're out of the harness. So with a flat top, you can get out of the harness in a fraction of 1 second, less than 1 second. Most units have 6, 7 buckles even, little tiny buckles that you wouldn't even be able to do with gloves on, and they sink in water. So if you went in the water, you would immediately sink down to the bottom, and then if you can't get out of your harness, you drown. So like the last person to drown was, again, on a Black Hawk. Guy died in 5 feet of water because he sank to the bottom. Literally in 5 feet of water, he couldn't get out of the unit to save his life. Where with the flat top, I've been in the water twice, and quick release harness, I was out in less than 1 second, and the unit was floating right next to me.
And still worked.
And of course, it fired right back up, and it still works. That's correct. So you've got the safety from the prop, you've got crumple zone, face plant protection, quick release harness. There's numerous different safety features on the flat top. Another one is the really nice reserves that we use that also come with a hook knife. Again, no other unit comes with all your safety equipment right there, just in case you are getting drug in higher winds, or imagine you got tangled in your lines in the water or something. You got a hook knife right there, you can whip it out and that'll chop through those lines like butter very, very quickly. So you've got all your different safety features, all the different up-to-date safety features on a flat top. Plus you have certified height hang points. And with the weight shift kit, you've got the best weight shift of any paramotor on the market.
Kind of like how I was just flying by leaning.
Yeah, see? You're flying by just leaning. That's weight shift. So you wouldn't have been able to do that on a different unit. The reason it works so well on the flat top is because these bars are 5 inches wider than any other paramotor on the market. So it makes it wider so that when you lean to the side, you can shift your weight a lot more, or weight shift. So when you lean your body off to this side, the unit turns a lot better. That allows you to make more efficient turns so you can literally fly with no hands. Weight shift, flat top.
Yeah.
All sorts of cool stuff.
Woo!
But nothing less than the best for my daughter.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want my daughter to be safe. So we put my sweetie pie on a flat top. And I just would not fly anything else right now. If somebody's going to get into the sport, you just don't buy anything but a flat top right now. No way, no how. Just don't even get into the sport if you can't get a flat top. It's that simple. And you add a Dominator and you just add an incredible amount of safety. Safe enough for even my girl.
Yep.
So,
And
I
Jordan,
love my sweetie.
Who's 12.
What?
And Jordan, who's 12.
And Jordan, who's only 12. Yep.
And Troy, who's flying.
That's right.
To be flying soon.
Yes. That's what I put my family on from years and years of experience. I would be dead right now if I did not fly flat tops. I just have so much experience. You just don't fly anything else. Flat top.
Woo!
That's the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me take off your radio.